Hey, welcome to the Montana Lifestyles Podcast. We're hanging out with an old friend of mine, Steve Tilleraas from Tilleraas Landscape Nursery. How you doing, sir?
Very good.
It's been a day since I've seen you. You've been very busy. But, you know, I love your booth. Every time that I come by here, you got your one place. You always know you're going to be here at the show. How are things going here so far?
Good. It's been a great show.
Yeah?
We like the spot. We've been there ever since they built that building.
Yes.
Before that, we were right on the inside of the exit on this building, so we had to get out real quick or we get run over.
Yeah, that's for sure, absolutely. Now, let's talk a little bit about some of the stuff you've been up to. First off, it's a crazy winter season right now.
Yep.
It's been rather cold. We got down to negative 50 wind chill this winter, which was quite a thing. How does that do for you and all the amazing plants and trees and things that you have at your nursery?
Well, the material, the trees and shrubs that we overwinter, we try to bed them into the ground, or we even put some into Quonset, the evergreens, and they seem to come through it real good.
Yeah.
We water some of them through the winter. Some of them are just covered up. The perennials are just covered up with about 3 layers of blankets and straw, and we don't know what happens until we uncover them.
Yeah.
And it's we keep thinking we're going to uncover them, and we get more snow. And that's what's been happening.
That's a fact.
All spring.
That's a fact. Yep.
I guess it just turned spring, but.
Yep. Well, and isn't that hard to say when you see snow coming in every other day the way it's been? It's been crazy.
Yep.
And then the thing I enjoy is I work in downtown. And so as I drive through downtown in the morning hours, I see a certain Steve Tilleraas watering all the plants along downtown, making sure that they're all good and taken care of.
Yeah.
That's always such a joy. That's something I enjoy seeing, is seeing you going through downtown, taking care of all of our plant life through there. So,
yeah, I got kind of used to it. It got kind of hot, and the hanging baskets downtown were doing really well, so I had to keep up with them. Otherwise, I'd be in big trouble.
Yeah.
But 6, 7 in the morning, it's kind of nice getting downtown and seeing people wandering around and water the plants.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's kind of the thing I like making mention of, because here's the thing. Who better to get some of these wonderful little delicate plants and things that you have than someone who takes care of our downtown? I mean, that's a great way that you're taking care of business, taking care of the city, and at the same time, hey, this is a great opportunity as well to get your house updated and whatnot, take care of your stuff. What do you find that most people are looking for when they come to you?
Oh, boy, it varies between everything. Of course, as usual, low maintenance is one. But we had one lady that called in this winter, that she doesn't want any grass. And she wants a few shrubs.
Yep.
And the rest are going to be artificial shrubs. So,
oh, my word.
Yeah. And so it goes from there to people that are really into gardening.
Right,
and
the green thumbs.
like to spend time in it. So it goes from one extreme to the next.
Yeah. Sounds like it. My gosh.
Yeah.
And do you find these artificial shrubs and get them taken care of too, or?
No. I think she found them online.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Actually, my neighbor has some along his fence line, and they're just artificial Christmas trees, and they look kind of nice.
Yeah.
I do say so myself.
We like the real stuff, though,
Yeah,
and certainly.
yeah.
How long have you been doing this, Steve?
Well, I've been doing it for 40 years.
Yep.
Or better. We've been at our location for 36 years, I think it is. 37 years as Tilleraas Nursery, Landscape Nursery.
Yep.
And so a while. Yeah.
Now, I also like jumping off and talking about another thing that I don't think an awful lot of people know about you. You're also an artist.
Oh, well, that's some different opinions on that. But, yeah, I do. A few years ago, I got to, in the wintertime, decided there was something else I should be doing. And I don't watch TV, but, and read magazines and stuff.
Yep.
But I decided to take some classes in art.
Yeah.
There's some really good artists in town that
There
were
are.
giving classes, and so I took some classes and and I really enjoy it. Yep.
And that's wonderful. And the thing I also like is that during Western Art Week, you do a show as well.
Yes,
Where's
yeah.
your show usually at? What's it called?
It's at the Gibson Room at 706 Artists Guild. And it's a nice little venue, and we had really good traffic and sold a couple things.
How many artists did you have this year?
I think we had 11.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yep.
And do you deal mainly in miniatures? How big paintings do you guys usually do?
Well, anywhere from miniatures, 6x6 or something like that, to gift cards, to 30 by 40s or something like that.
Yep.
My biggest one was 26 by 36 or something.
That's a big size. Yeah. That's a big size. Yeah. I'm working on a 30 by 40 right now, which is the biggest I've ever painted,
right?
And it's huge. It's daunting to think that large.
Well, I walked through the fairgrounds here to that show, and there was a lot of big paintings.
Yes,
and
there were.
Really impressive.
Yes.
And a lot of the little red dots that made it makes it worthwhile for these people to come and. You can see that they actually sold something.
Yes, yeah.
Which is really nice.
It's incredible. I saw a lot of amazing friends. We did the podcast during Western Art Week, and all right, how'd you do? Any red dots? Yep, plenty of red dots. Yes, that's great. That's what we want to hear.
Yep.
So did you have any red dots during this art season?
No.
Nope. Don't worry, neither did I.
I got one. It's going to be going to an auction. So.
Wonderful. But here's the reality. I didn't get any red dots either. This was my first show here at the fairgrounds. But seeing our friends.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Come on.
I walked in the door and I took 10 minutes to get away from one spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is nice.
It's wonderful to catch up with everyone that you haven't seen in a year, who's out of towners or whatnot. This is a joy.
Very much like this right here.
Yes.
The Home and Garden Show. I went from... And I might get back to it a little bit, bigger waterfalls and stuff.
Yeah.
But kind of going to make it simple and pleasant.
Yeah.
So, where people can walk by and the little kids like to see the fish swimming and so on. But it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, and come on, when we do this, it's like moving in and out of the house. You move in, it takes you a half a day, if not more, to get everything moved in.
Yeah.
Another half a day to get it all set up, and then the show ends in like no time at all, and then you got to break it all down again. I mean,
well, we brought a couple of big lichen covered boulders, and that takes a machine to bring it in and set them in place, and
oh man,
got to load the machine, bring it, and put them in the right spot, and hopefully we don't have to move them again. Dedication
is the answer, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then, and with how many years you've been doing this, the dedication has shown itself for sure.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot of good following. People coming back year after year.
Yeah.
We've redone yards that I did 25 years ago.
Yep.
And then they either changed ownership or they got overgrown, because that's what happens over a period of time. And go in, rip some of it out, and put new in.
And it's beautiful what you're doing, because in a world that's been covered in white an awful lot recently, when we get that brown grass that Montana's known for and things look a little dead, then Steve Tilleraas comes in and freshens things up around the city.
Yeah.
So
we were standing on some artificial turf over there.
Yep.
And we've put some of that in, It looks a little strange in the wintertime, but it sure works nice,
What I like is your little parking spots that you put around town. What was that called? Is that once a year or something?
The park for parking spot?
Park for parking spots.
Those
are cool,
that.
Those are cool when you see those
and
set
we've been doing that for quite a while, too.
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
And that's super fun.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's a nice little twisty thing that's being done in town. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, Steve, let's help everyone get in contact with you. Where do they reach out to you? What's the phone numbers, the websites?
Well, the phone number is 406-453-8448. Website is Tilleraas, I don't know, Tilleraas-nursery.com.
Just look up the word Tilleraas, and it'll pop up. Two A's.
2 A's, 1 S. Yes. And other than that, we are in Central Avenue West, 1 mile past the interstate.
Yep.
We got a waterfall right on the edge of our entryway there, and
you can't miss
a
it.
sign. Pretty hard to miss.
Pretty hard to miss.
We have had people miss it, but I don't know what they were looking at.
Every time I drive by, all I notice is the waterfall and then all your trees lining up there that are ready for sale.
If you're coming in from the west and it's icy, drive slow.
Yeah, you'll slide right in.
We had a bus slide right into our
word.
nursery one year.
Oh, my word.
A bus. They only had like 3 kids in it, but went right over that ditch and into my fence.
And that's a deep ditch, too.
Yeah, they just go right over it. We've had a couple of, just not much before that, it was a guy with his Suburban. And
oh, boy.
And ripped the bottom all right off it.
Sheesh. Well, Steve, thank you so much, my friend. It's a pleasure to see you once
thank
again.
You.
So make sure you take a look at everything Steve is doing, and I appreciate you too. So finally, go check out Steve Tilleraas, Tilleraas Landscape Nursery. Just look it up. You'll find it online. Trust me, it's not that hard. And then also, we need to say thanks to Johnson Madison Lumber. The reason why we are here is because Johnson Madison Lumber has 300 years of combined experience.
Yes.
They're ready to take care of you, and they are suggesting contractors that you should get in touch with.
And I wanted to mention, if I got time,
please,
is that I went to buy some 4x sheets of anyway, I call it particle board.
Yeah, particle board.
But they were less expensive than the other guy.
Wonderful. The big guy, the big box.
Yeah.
The big box.
And they were less. So I wanted to plug that.
And you'll find far more local folks here than you'll find the big box.
Yep.
So come and check it out for yourself. First off, we're hanging out here until 4 today. If you see this video now, if you see this video a year from now, come take a look at what Steve has been investing his legacy in Steve Tilleraas' Landscape Nursery. And then finally, also, if you get the chance, take a look at 706.
Artist Guild. We'll probably be there at the Gibson Room again next year.
Yep, and they've been doing this every year for a good while now.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
All right, thank you so much. We got more coming your way here on the podcast, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.